Well, here's another quick little video there. Last night I was able to put a few hours in, so here's a little bit of the shaping of the doorpost. See if I can get in there at a better angle. You get an idea of the body line, you know, up through here. Like I said, I did reshape the gutter a little bit. Get an idea of the line now in the door all the way around. That's kind of semi-finished right there. Overall, it's coming out pretty decent, I think. By the time I get it all rusted up to where it needs to be and everything, I think it'll look just fine. Give you a little bit of an idea of how the door operates. It actually works pretty good. See the door opening and closing. The frame is a pretty nice fit right in here. That's a closed door. You see it's very tight, no rattles, good line. I think this will work out well. Overall, I'll give you an idea of what the inside of it's going to be shaped like. You see, I'm going to end up having to cut this right along in here. I'm going to cut this right along in here. And I'm going to actually move that in a little bit, move that out a little bit to match that up so it blends it together. Same thing over here. The way that's same situation right here. I'm going to have to cut that, cut this, bring that in a bit, bring that out a bit. And that'll pretty much do that up. Time consuming, but not terribly hard, just time consuming. There's the bear claw on this side. An idea of that. This will give you an idea of the cut right here. So I actually took a little section out of that, and I'm going to squeeze this together and open that up. Probably the first thing I'm going to do is open this up, see how far I can go with it without getting too far out of shape. This pretty much has to, you know, fit inside the jamb on the inside. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be pretty close anyway. But that's the cut anyway. This will give you an idea of the cut right here. So I actually took a little section out of that, and I'm going to squeeze this together and open that up. Probably the first thing I'm going to do is open this up, see how far I can go with it without getting too far out of shape. This pretty much has to, you know, fit inside the jamb on the inside. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be pretty close anyway. But that's the cut anyway. Alright, well, I'm going to show you a spot here. Now that I have it opened up and closed at the bottom, as you can see. Got the line closed up here, tacked it here. Opened this up, you can see how much I opened that and how much I closed the bottom, so give you an idea on that. And tacked it here, you know, now I'm going to clean up these edges, fill the weld in, and then grind it off. Pretty much it for that. And when it's all said and done, as you can see, this will all be a pretty smooth transition from top to bottom. Should be good. Alright, well, here's a look of it. Done up, ground. I could get a little bit more fancier with the dress up of it all, but bottom line is it's not going to have paint on it, so it's just going to be basically just a cleaned up cut. So that's pretty much that joint. I'm going to mix up my red oxide rust orange paint concoction, a little bit of dust and some grindings up off the floor, spray it all on there, and that'll be the finished product. Well, here's an idea of what it looks like with my rust concoction sprayed on there. We'll get into the light a little better. There's that joint, pretty much all done, sealed up. Give you an idea of what it'll look like when it's done, I guess. Probably the lighting isn't all that great in here, but anyway, get kind of an idea. You can see the little bit of a hump right here, which is where the joint is. I could have cut this back in a little bit further, but I don't want to get too much involved in it. Like I said, it's not going to be painted. That's the finished product, so that'll be good enough. Anybody opens the door, they'll be fine with it, I'm sure. If they're not, well, too bad. But I got to move on to the front now. The outside edge of it's pretty good, but I got to go ahead and do the inside there. You can see that's still apart. We got to squeeze that together, fit that, slice that joint up right there, and get this door finished up. Move on to bigger and better things. Well, here's a quick look of it with the my concoction that I mix up to give it kind of a rust look. It's still a little tacky, so when it dulls up a little bit after drying, it will look a little it'll blend a little better. But there it is. Look at the lines in the gutter. I think it matches pretty good. I don't know how it looks on the camera, but it matches pretty good standing here looking at it. It's kind of a combination of some orange and black and red oxide. Because I still got the spot where you can see where I heated up the door hinges, and that's kind of left a little burnt mark, but I may just leave that like that. It's kind of interesting that this side hood is a different color, but it all came from the same truck. I think what happened was when the truck was sitting out in the woods, it was the hood was up, and of course, you know, the side panel stayed down, so it just got weathered differently. So hopefully, I guess I'm just going to leave it that way, and hopefully it'll be fine later on. And the bottom corner piece that I rebuilt when I first started this project, I don't know, I may just leave that like it is. I was thinking about spraying some of my concoction on there, but maybe I'll just leave it. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's it for the door. The door is chopped.